You know, I get asked this question all the time. How long does it take for fearful avoidance nervous system to calm down so they can come back? And I get why you're asking, because you want your partner back. When someone pulls away, your brain wants a timeline. You want to know if this is a few days, a few weeks, or if you should stop waiting altogether. But here's the honest truth. There is no timeline you can put on someone else's nervous system. Fearful avoidants, they don't calm down on a schedule. They don't regulate based on time passing. So the nervous system calms down based on safety, not a calendar. When a fearful avoidant pulls away, it's usually because their system got overwhelmed with too much emotion, too much closeness, or too much pressure. Fearful avoidants have a emotional cap that they can't go over. So it's like a cup being full to the top, and you come along with your emotional love, and it overflows. See, it's too much. It's too much. That's enough. Even if the relationship was good, their body hit a point where it felt like too much. So they shut down or disconnect or they leave. And it has nothing to do with them not caring, but because their system went into self-protection mode. So what happens after that is important to understand. At first, they usually feel relieved. The stimulation stops, the pressure is gone, and their nervous system goes quiet. And that quiet can feel like clarity to them. And they start to think, oh, I feel better. And this must mean that I made the right decision. But what they're really feeling is the absence of emotional activation, not emotional resolution. So over time, you have some days, some weeks, that calm can shift. Attachment starts to come back online and they start to miss you. And they start thinking about the connection. And here's the key part. Just because attachment returns, it doesn't mean regulation has happened. A fearful avoidant can miss you and still not be regulated enough to come back in a healthy way. And this is why I say timelines don't work. Some fearful avoidants can reach out quickly because the anxiety kicks in fast, and others stay gone longer because they avoid the feelings until they can't anymore. And some come back when they're lonely, and some come back when they feel safe, and some don't come back at all. It has nothing to do with them not caring again, but because staying disconnected feels safer than facing the vulnerability again. And that all depends on the dynamic between you two. And another thing people don't realize is that stress outside the relationship matters. They have work stress, family issues, health, finances. All of that affects how long the nervous system stays dysregulated. So it's not just you that they worry about. And you could do the right thing and they still won't be able to show up. And this is the part I really want you to hear. Waiting for someone's nervous system to calm down keeps your nervous system activated. And when you're tracking time, watching for signs and reading into silence, and you're wondering when they'll come back, you're putting your emotional regulation in their hands. And that can keep you stuck for a very long time. So, the healthier question isn't how long until they calm down. It's how long am I willing to stay for this uncertainty? Because someone who is regulated enough to come back doesn't just appear like that. They communicate. They show consistency. They take responsibility. They don't come back halfway. And someone who isn't regulated they'll often reach out without clarity. And they start to test the connection first. They start to check and see if you're still there. And they do this because they want to calm their anxiety without actually re-engaging. So it might look like a breadcrumb, but I want you to know sometimes breadcrumbs are actually a bid. I know because I'm a fearful avoidant. And sometimes when I'm afraid, and I've been gone so long getting space, I'll reach out with a little emoji. So, if you're asking this question, it's okay. It means you care. But don't let the lack of a timeline keep you frozen, because you don't need to wait for someone else's nervous system to settle in order to choose peace for yourself. And if they come back regulated, you'll feel it. And if they don't, the waiting will keep hurting you. And that's your cue to shift the focus back to you. Barara Joe, I'm out.